there is a difference in credit card debt between California and Illinois. Okay. Second one done. Go ahead and freeze frame if you need this problem again. Okay guys, I only have one more example to get through, and my son is not here yet, which is amazing. Especially since I'm pretty sure he took off his pajamas before he went to bed last night, which means that he is just sleeping in some underwear and probably going to be mad when he wakes up, so that'll be a joy. At least this isn't, I mean, like, it's just a video of my hands, so you can't watch my, like, my naked son walk in and get all upset. You can hear him though, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay, one more. I can do this before he wakes up. Now, this one, we're going to do with the calculator, so make sure that you have your graphing calculator nearby. We're going to try this one out. A travel agency claims that the average daily cost of meals and lodging for vacationing in Texas is less than the average daily cost in Virginia. The table below, which there totally isn't, so let's put some data down. For Texas, the average cost of daily vacationing is $234, and that they asked 25 families were vacationers. In Virginia, they got an average of $240 per day, and the N is 20. Now, I can already see their claim is that vacationing in Texas is less than the daily cost in Virginia. And it is less than that. So, but you can't really just stop now because we only have a sample, right? If we had the whole population, we could guarantee and say that it's less. But we only have a sample. We don't have everybody who's vacationed in Texas and Virginia, because that'd be pretty sad if it was just 25 and 20, especially since a whole bunch of you went to Texas kind of this year. And so, yeah, I think there were more than 25 of you. So there we go. Anyway, so we're going to test these claims, and we're going to use our calculator to do so. All right, let's see. Step one, check and see if everything's okay. We have a standard deviation. Oh, I didn't finish saying that it's less than, but it's not maybe far enough out. Like, they're still pretty close together. So are they so close together that the states could be the same, or are they far enough apart that at a 1% thing that we can agree with the claims? So, okay. We've got both of our sigmas. Let me grab my note sheet about what we need to do. Let's see, we've got both of our sigmas. It says that they're normal, so we don't even have to worry about the populations being over 30, so we're good there. Okay, and we know they're independent because we can just understand that. Number two, H sub O, H sub A. Okay, let's see, we're claiming that Texas is less than Virginia. And notice that all of this stuff, all of the ones are Texas and all of the twos are Virginia, so we're saying that 1 is less than 2. That's the claim. And greater than or equal to is the null. Number 3, if I draw a quick rejection region, this is a left-tailed test because I always go by the alternative. H sub O. There's 1% in the tail over here. You could do this with p-values and just understand that it's 1%. Or you could find a rejection region. If you look up in A16, you'll find out that that is a negative 2.33 z-score. All right, 4. This time we're going to do it in our calculator because this math gets gross, especially next section. So, okay. I'm going to write it down first, and then I'm going to do it. Okay, So first thing you're going to do is you're going to hit the Stat button. And then you're going to hit Tests, which is kind of going over across the top. And then down to the third choice, which is a 2-sample z-test. Okay, I'm going to zoom in here. So a couple things to note. Do you see how the input could be data or stats? Well, I obviously did this problem while I was preparing for this lesson before this, so I've already got all the numbers in there. But here's the difference. Data is when you put stuff like into the list in your calculator, like in stat L1, L2, that kind of stuff. And stats is when you type it in manually. So, again, data is basically taking stuff from a table that you put in. So you don't have to like do a one variable test and get all of your info. You can actually just put in the info on your in your list 1 and list 2, and it will calculate it all for you. So you could put stuff in that way. So if you're going to do it with a table in your calculator, data, and if you're going to input the stuff, then you use stats, which is what I'm doing, because I just typed it in. So make sure you type everything in. Notice that it is a little weird. They don't do all of one like thing first. They do first the sigmas, and then the x bar and the n1, and then the x bar 2 and n2. So make sure you read what you're actually typing. Then it asks you to highlight what kind of test this is. You're always going to highlight the alternative. I prefer to hit draw so that I can see it. But if you calculate it, it'll just give you a z-score and a p-value. Alright, there's my test. So my z-score is negative 0.91 right there, which is not in my rejection region. That's actually about here. And so for 5, I'm going to accept my claim, or accept the null. And in this case, I'm actually rejecting the claim. And then for number 6, I have to write a sentence. So I reject the claim that the average cost of vacationing is less in Texas than Virginia. So this is a really good example of real life math. This is exactly what statisticians do in real life. They compare often to populations, especially with before and afters with scientific tests, like anytime they're doing tests on any kind of new medicine. And they have to do this math every single time. So it becomes kind of repetitive for them eventually, because it's very similar often. So, all right, your homework's at the bottom. It is page 424. We made it without one Zandy interruption. I'm sure that you are super bummed by that. I'm so sorry, but apparently he's not awake yet. Numbers 5 through 8 are just deciding if something's independent or dependent, and 15, 17, and 19 are actually examples. So let's pick one. Let's say that, I'm not going to pick it for you. Let's just say out of the 3, you have to do at least one by hand and one by the calculator. And if you choose to do that other one also by hand or by calculator, it's your choice. Whichever you decide is easier for you. Remember, you get to have a calculator on the AP test. So you're welcome to do that. All right, bye guys. It's been a long one, but I miss you.